fair fight at the moment. And oh my goodness, the 9 high call. And oh my gosh, rather.
Wow.
1.8.
What? Wow.
With jacks.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Oh
and
my
does
gosh.
find an ace on the river.
What's up, poker fans? Welcome back to another Black Cash Poker video, where we bring you the best highlights and moments of the most entertaining poker events. Before getting into it, we would like to ask you guys to hit the like button and subscribe if you enjoy our videos, as your support is allowing us to continue posting videos consistently.
8 players remain. Taking a look at our final table leaderboard. Francisco Benitez sees his name on top. Roberto calling with the king-3 off out of the small blind.
King-3.
Really
Jeff, yesterday he played
yeah.
that hand twice in early position. He limped both times under the gun with king-3. Got it. Okay. Okay. Well, that makes a lot more sense now for the shove.
Dimitri will defend with the 9-5 of clubs, 3-handed to this flop. Comes Jack 6-5 with 1 club. Pair and a couple backdoor draws for Dimitri. Bet is 325K. Dimitri with about 1.6 million behind.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see how we proceed. Can we call and pick up equity?
We'll just call. Wow, we'll turn a flush draw and a gut shot.
That is the world.
Switch off the switch them off.
¿Me lo desconecta?
All of it from Dimitri, the snap call from Jacob, and here we go. River card. It's a 7 of hearts. They'll count it down just to be sure.
That's it.
But it looks like that's it for the Party Poker Team Pro out of Poland. Dimitri Urbanovic, I don't think I ever extended an official invite, but
do appreciate it.
Mentioned that the idea sounded fine.
How about Roberto here, by the way? Back to the action. Wish you'd stop interrupting us with these stories. 4:40 to go with King Queen James in position. Ace 8 of hearts, play a little D. This is a fair fight at the moment, and oh my goodness,
wow! Look at this flop. It comes Queen 8-6 with 2 hearts, a pair and a flush draw for James. Roberto just rips it with the queens. Call. There is the call from Romero, and here we go. You see it on the bottom left corner of your screen. It's about to flip. Romero looking for an ace, an 8 or a heart, and finds the 8 on the turn. All of a sudden, Roberto now down to just 2 outs. He'll need to find a queen.
Oh my goodness.
Close. King of spades on the river.
Me ganas vos, ¿verdad? Sí. Perdón. Sí, estaba así.
He's going to slide him over there, Roberto.
Bien, bien.
And here he is limping in blind versus blind. With the 9-3 off, Jacob is king-3. Romero, almost 10 million in chips. Ace, King, Jack, kings for Jake. Check, check. Another king for Jake. Brent, you clearing house over there?
I'm just getting rid of some things.
We hear a lot of rustling.
Yeah. Well, Jeff, you know how important I am? I have a lot of papers I have to have in front of me. A lot of business to take care of, Jeff. I have a lot of Eric Seidel's. I keep all of his files every single time. I have a collection.
Here are some of my papers, Brent, that you can toss.
Let's just go. There we go.
James called.
Wow. I mean, this is
and
amazing. The 9 high call. Heroic.
Call gone wrong.
I thought that hand was over, I guess, for the
Same.
times that we just are obviously beating 8 high. Or
Smile and the 3 diamonds.
wow. He's 7 of hearts on the
Six-handed.
cutoff. 6-handed with these stacks. Yeah, maybe it's right.
Plus, let's just say it was absolutely correct because James has the ace-queen of diamonds.
Yeah, and I mean, being 6-handed now, you're 1 off the money, and
Yeah.
you have Luca who's so short.
Yeah.
I think it's just fine to avoid those spots altogether.
Ace 5-3 with 1 diamond. Pair and a wheel draw for Francisco, top pair. A couple backdoor draws for James. Francisco lining up the check raise. James certainly not going anywhere.
I like this
Big
raise.
pot developing
Yeah,
between our
backdoor
two biggest
hearts,
stacks.
2-pair equity, obviously a straight draw, max pressure, and oh my.
Had the 2-pair draw as well, which he spiked on the turn. He'll lead for 850K.
So much more likely for the big blind to have some sort of 4x holding, and it would also make sense for him to be check raising a hand like
1.8.
4-3. And oh my gosh, rather
Wow.
1.8.
what? He's totally flipped the script. Romero now raising on this one-liner to a straight, saying, I'm on the button. I'm uncapped. I can have a 4. He's going to take control of this hand. And he puts Francisco in a really tough spot now with 5 deuce. Holy cow.
Francisco calls and almost 6.3 million in the middle. And that river
Oh my
is a
gosh.
queen. A better 2-pair for James Romero. James is going to go ahead and check back and show down the winner. Francisco not pleased. James Romero up to more than 12.6 million. Marty defending here with at least the 4 spades. Comes queen 5-5. We think that's pretty good for Jacob.
Marty would defend a 4-5 offsuit here. He could also have just a ton of check folds. Jacob doesn't always bet this sort of texture, way ahead, way behind. Going to remain balanced.
650.
The check raise from Marty.
How about this? And all of a sudden, this mystery card becomes mightily important. What hands would Marty consider check raising with? I think 4-3 of spades would be a great bluff. And for the times we are called, which we can see Jacob is calling, we have all the 5s now, right? Oh my.
7 of spades on the turn gives a lot of those semi-bluffing hands that you mentioned.
Yes.
Some more equity.
Exactly that. And
A small lead. 550,000.
not to mention all of those backdoor combos that 100% have filled in on the turn. Let's take a look at this river texture. Bang. Wow.
Oh, it's the queen of spades. So queen's full for Jacob.
Oh my.
And unless that's the case queen behind that 4 that Marty has,
Yeah, well,
he
we can
cannot
now
win.
eliminate queen 4 of spades, right? I think
Right.
that was reasonable. If I have a flush in this spot,
650.
yeah, I'm probably just doing
Blockerish.
exactly this, betting tiny in hopes of getting called by jacks, 10s, kings, aces, right? Still can value bet a flush. Yeah, not even a shove, just a small raise. And Marty knows a flush is never raising here. This is a queen and a queen only. So even if we have a 5, do we feel a bluff? Do we feel like we have to pay him off? Maybe. It's awfully thin, right? I don't think we're in good shape. There
Does lay
goes.
it down.
Yeah.
Francisco with the queen 3 of spades in the big blind. come along as well. Three-handed to this flop. It comes Jack 8 deuce. 2 hearts, 1 spade.
And Marty having position now. We have gut shot to the nuts. Reasonable hand to consider checking back, especially on a very delicate, fragile bubble situation. He'll do just that.
We'll see the 5 of spades roll off on the turn. Flush draw now for Francisco.
Yeah,
will the door be open for him to fire?
And I think that's it, Jeff. I think Jacob now, again, content with just checking, and Francisco should seize this opportunity. He can represent this sort of texture, some sort of pair in this spot. Obviously, we have a semi-bluff. Marty should be checking back a hand just like that, like Queen 10, probably some ace-high holdings. Maybe he would check back a pair of 8s, although I think he would be betting in that spot. Now Marty's going to have the opportunity to very likely get a bet through. He's going to check it back. And all of a sudden, Jacob, who was out of this hand.
Right.
Rivering top pair. And he's going to win this pot.
Checks around to Marty again.
And this would be the ultra sort of delayed C-bet where Marty says, okay, I've checked the flop, I've checked the turn, now I can represent this king. I should have all the kings here.
Looks like that's what he's going for.
He knows if this gets through Jacob, he's going to win the pot. He's going to get called.
And we know it is not going to get through. A quick call from Jacob.
That's frustrating if you're Marty. You know, he played his hand fine. I think we could be betting turn there when check 2 twice.
If you guys would like to see more Final Table highlights from the biggest events in the world, make sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications, as we do our best to provide highlights on a weekly basis. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the video.
Jacob has the ace-jack of diamonds in the big.
Opportunity to extend that chip lead, blind on blind. I love these encounters. And Jacob's going to take a bit of a more aggro line here. Smallest 3-bet in position. I like it. Maybe an orbit, and considering even a 4-bet in this situation. And now it looks like we're just going to make the call.
Comes king 8-5, 1 diamond. James flops top pair. Backdoor draws for Jacob's ace-high. Jacob is going to fire here at 650K. James check calls, big pot developing between the 2 chip leaders. 7 of clubs on the turn.
In this particular dynamic.
He is going to reach.
Unleash the fury. I'm pretty surprised with this. Just trying to tell a story.
The bet is 2.1 million. Here's the call from James. 7.2 million in this pot. And does find an ace on the river.
Wow. This is electric. 7.2 million in there. Romero must be just sickened by this card.
He does check.
I give Jacob a lot of credit considering there is. He's going to check back.
Check back. Romero not going to be thrilled to see that one.
Sorry. Sorry.
Oh, side check.
Very fitting.
How much?
Unleash the bull.
I'm going to save 1 back here.
Like just under 2 total.
I call.
Jacob calling with the queen 10 of diamonds.
Jacob now, he's doing his job. Look at this. He says, okay, good enough.
I got all the chips here. Francisco.
Wow.
With jacks.
Oh, my goodness. It's just too strong. He's going to call. Oh, wait,
he's going to call. Wait. Hold on just a second.
Hold on.
No, maybe it's...
No, it's
I don't think he realized that.
Right.
He was just calling.
It comes ace-6-4. Francisco's jacks are best.
Aren't we afraid of the ace? Or maybe we now think that we can simply just get it heads up.
Yeah, he will check behind.
He's all in.
No, I'm not.
Oh, just kidding. Oh, I'm not.
Oh, and so remember, it does check around to Neil, who does check. A queen on the turn.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
It's okay, I have to. I mean, I
Now
have to
Jacob
try and
rips
hit
it.
against you, I think, for this prize.
Neil, for that price, getting about 100 to 1 on the call there. Is about a 20 to 1 dog.
Unbelievable. What a strange hand.
He cannot. 5 of diamonds on the river.
Soleil.
Good game to Neil Farrell. The bubble has burst
Not much.
at the Million South America Super High Roller. Everybody now assured of $60,000.
1.5.
Thank you. But it's 1.5 million chips.
Yeah. Oh, close. Yeah.
Jacob rips it in with the ace-10 of hearts.
Ooh.
Francisco calls it off with the 10-8.
Yeah.
And a 9-3 deuce with 2 hearts. 4 of clubs on the turn. He cannot. Francisco Benitez, the Uruguayan, out in 5th. He'll take home $60,000. Jacob Daniels, the chip leader. Everyone else under 20 bigs. Ivan Luca at 6.3 million. Marty Mathis at 6 million. James Romero at 5 million.
All in.
All of it from Jacob with 3s on the button. Marty wakes up with jacks in the small blind.
All in?
Aces again, Marty?
No, I have your hand.
Ah, nice.
Ace 8-4. Backdoor wheel draw. It's a 9. A safe run out so far for Marty Mathis. Can he dodge one more street to double up? He can. It's a jack on the river. And with that, Marty Mathis is right back in this one.
Just keeping it clean, Marty.
James makes the call. Here we go. Ivan Luca all in and at risk. Barely ahead with the ace-6 against the king-9 of James Romero. King-7 deuce. Turn card is a 5 to stay alive. It's the 3 of diamonds. We'll count it down to be sure.
And we think that's it.
And that does indeed do it for him. Out in 4th, taking home $100,000. Pretty impressive to go back-to-back Million South America. For their sake, not for yours.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. James limps in with the 8-5 of spades. Jacob checks back. Jacob flops a 4, but James flops a flush draw and a gut shot. If we had to pick a major action card for the turn, it would certainly be the Queen of Spades.
Yeah, and I think
1.5.
yeah, he's going to check raise.
Here is the check raise.
And now we're stuck,
Yeah,
right?
tricky spot now.
Daniels puts himself in this situation by betting bottom pair. And we're just guessing, flipping a coin, and we probably just have to give it up. And he's going to come along for the ride. All of a sudden, we have a very meaty pot.
More than 4 million in the middle.
And yes, you know, Jacob having the 4 of spades in his hand, we can eliminate the 4x of spade combo from James's check raising range.
Does go check, check. Another king on the river. So it's just queen high for Jacob, which is good.
Especially if we just don't think that Jacob is ever betting bottom pair. And James says, okay, it must be a draw. I'm going to try and take it away, 1.1 million.
Jacob makes the call here with queen high.
He did? Is that a call with queen high?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Well played, Jake Daniels, proving he belongs in this super high roller field.
Holy cow.
And just limps in on the button. Jacob with queen 9 in the small blind.
Oh my, and it worked.
Jacob shoves. The trap works to perfection. James Romero all in and at risk.
Nice. Bad timing.
It's in fantastic shape with 2 aces against the queen 9 at Jacob Daniels.
7.5.
This would give James the chip lead if his ace is held. And it comes 9-8-5.
Little sweaty.
Little sweat indeed, as Jacob needs a queen or a 9. Turn card. It's a king. Close. River card. It's a 6. It's the double up for James Romero.
All in. All in.
All in?
All of it from James with 8s. Here we go. Jacob Daniels all in and at risk.
Oh, so close.
Close. It comes king 5-4.
Deuce.
Backdoor straight draw.
Deuce is better,
Deuce.
you're right. Six.
Doesn't find it on the turn. It's a 6 on the river.
Good luck, guys.
Good game to Jacob Daniels. The Texan takes home $150,000. Open-ended straight draw for Marty here. James Romero's last title came in August of 2018. He won an 8-handed turbo event at the Seminole Hard Rock, $1,100 buy-in. That win good for $26K. Four of hearts on the turn, pair for Romero, flush draw for both.
I really don't think. I'm trying to recall a spot where James has even been bluffed by any of these opponents. I don't think I can remember a spot this entire final table where someone ran a bluff on him.
Save for the one that got there from Jacob Daniels.
Yes, yeah. Right, yeah. And I don't even really count that one, right? I mean, it's
6 of hearts on the river, flush for both. Marty's being the better one.
Yeah, this is pretty difficult now. James making a flush. Obviously, Marty having him notched. Distribution is favoring and runouts favoring Marty at the moment.
$4.8 million in this pot. Time extension used by James. Goes check, check.
9 of hearts.
Marty will show down the winner. Mathis won more than $873,000 last year, winning the main. For now, the dates for Million Cyprus, May 3rd to May 11th. It'll be a 5K buy-in for the main with $5 million guaranteed.
Check. 650.
Marty fires 650,000 with the 9s.
Check.
A beautiful value bet here by Marty. If called, there's worth considering checking back on a variety of rivers. Could be up against better 9s, and obviously we can see the draw start to fill in. Backdoor clubs, straightening middle card coverage. James has nothing but a bluff catcher with king high, asking himself what would Marty be two-barreling with on this texture. And look at this, James just a non-believer.
Coming along with king high.
King high.
Marty does check back. Brent, can you fire up a main event update for us, please?
I suppose.
Day 1A of the Million South America main.
Let's get a live look in here.
10K buy-in, $5 million guaranteed.
I don't know if there's any more updates from the last time I checked in. There aren't. It's no, here we go. Chip lead has been updated.
No, you're on the specific update page for that one update.
Well, how did I do that?
That I don't know.
Sorted end of day.
Oh,
chip
so we're
counts.
done for
No,
the day.
they're done. Yeah, they're done.
Okay, well, give it to me.
So end of day chip lead. I'll go through 5. Here we go. Fabrizio Gonzalez, chip leader, 5.5 million. Robert Eidhorn, 5.4 million. Tommy Jansen, 4.1. Kenny Hellert.
Oh.
Sneaks in the top 5, 3.6 million. And Kevin McPhee.
Okay.
3.1 million.
I'm fine with it.
How about that? And 153 entered today, 96 remain, and tomorrow will be
600.
day 1B where you and I will begin coverage.
Yes,
Jeff.
we will. 3:30 p.m. Eastern, 12:30 p.m. Pacific. It is Marty Rivers a flush.
4 of hearts.
James calls with just 6s. Marty raising it up here with the queen 8. James calls with the ace. Marty flops an 8.
It's 800.
James leads here with ace high. Marty calls. 7 on the turn.
Unless we're targeting a 3.
2.1.
Here we go. He's going to do it. He's going to try and pull the trigger. 2.1, potentially.
As Marty makes the call.
Wow.
River is a king of hearts.
Backdoor hearts get there. James doesn't have the ace of hearts in his hand. This is going to be really hard to represent anything. If he does pull the trigger here on these backdoor hearts, it's nothing but heart for James Romero, and we know he's got all of that.
All in.
Wow! There it is.
Rips it in with just ace high.
There it is. This kid, man, Romero, he is a pit bull.
If Marty calls, this tournament is over. Marty lays it down.
What
the
a bluff.
Gets through. Sensational play.
0 blockers in his hand. Just grip and rip.
Old school, taking it to the streets.
Nothing but feel. Wow.
Take a look at the chip counts now as James Romero takes the chip lead back from Marty Mathis. Romero now at more than 18 million. Mathis almost 17 million, had a chance to close it out. James raising, Marty calling.
Drinking your wine a little slow over there. Or you just got a heavier pour.
Less than 45 bigs on the table now. Whoa, James Romero just chugging the wine.
City.
How about
Wow.
that?
Slow over there.
Marty say challenge accepted?
1.1.
You don't see wine chug too often.
No, that'll leave a mark typically the next morning. Although Marty strikes me, or James, yeah, both of them really, they strike me as wine chuggers.
Marty check called with just jack high.
Yeah, just trying to float, set up a potential bluff. Just doesn't want to give up jack 10. We can certainly connect.
Check.
Check, check, deuce on the river.
How about this? Marty now, I imagine, is going to go ahead and try and bluff at this thing, and James is just going to snap him off.
$3.9 million.
Here is the bluff for 3.9 million. Here is the snap call. That was 3.9 million. So James has even more chips now than we see in that graphic.
Yes. Yeah, we chugged our white wine to be ready for red.
The whole glass.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow, love
The
it.
little pot has to,
Be over
that's
3
raked
million.
in after bet.
Yeah.
It
Well, and
will
this-
likely be this hand.
This could be that very pot. James has ace-10 here.
All in.
There it is.
All of it from Marty, the call from James, and here we go.
So winner chugs.
Winner chugs.
The winner chugs a glass of wine. If the winner is
Winner
James
chugs.
Romero, he also just so happens to win the tournament. Ace-10 for James Romero.
Ow.
And if I lose, I chug with you.
Queen-Jack for Marty
So we get another glass to
Mathis.
Celebrate.
And if I lose,
We'll just sip and enjoy.
I'll chug with you.
Okay, so we're chugging wine no matter what.
So they're just chugging wine. I love these guys. This is how you play
This
poker.
is fantastic.
Let's go.
You full queen?
James the slight favorite.
That is not
A
good
much
flop.
bigger favorite now as it comes ace-8-3.
Plenty of turn cards, Jeff.
Marty down to runner to stay alive.
For good luck. For a king.
They're just going to chug the
they're
wine
going.
now.
Now,
Let's
this
go.
is
Let's do
incredible.
this.
What a finish.
Meanwhile, turn card.
Golf,
It's
gentlemen.
a 5.
Oh,
It
yeah.
is all over.
Wow.
James Romero
Look at these legends. Just all the wine down the hatch.
is your Million South America Super
Yeah.
High Roller Champion.
That's how you win a title, Mr. Romero.
A well-deserved round of applause as he takes home the
Yeah,
trophy.